I'm here to tell you that, there's been an explosion in my pants. I just had some corn on the cob and some refried beans that Mark has been feeding me. I've been so dumbfounded in my thoughts. I'm sitting here wearing the Republican shield around me, so nobody can take any pot shots. This is a new show. You might as well call it bowel movement time. But no, I'm doing a brand new show called In the Nude. There's the spiel of little species coming out of my rectum. You know what? I might have to do a commercial for the Ben. And it's showering. I might have to do a commercial for the Ben. Very possible. But Hillary Clinton, when you pulled your dress down and said at the ballroom dance, Hillary, you know that Rush wants a piece. You know Rush wants a piece of the pie. Hillary, you know what? You make me want to get down and get to know you better. This is Rush Limbaugh, and my stools are red. And, you know, I have an implement every now and then that I use to make my, like you could say, triceces a little bit bigger. I have an implement that makes a bulge, if you know what I'm talking about. And I do use Viagra. Viagra makes me feel a little going down, you know? Makes me feel a little more potent. I've got to use Viagra because it makes me feel a little bit bigger, a little bigger bulge, if you know what I'm talking about. Boing! But Rush is mush, and they want to flush me. But Rush is sometimes right. But Rush is mush. And I know that. I know I need a funnelotomy. I know that. But now we're going to do the weather with the...
Ladies and gentlemen, woo baby, it's Gorgeous George in your living room. Once again on Media One. How you doing? Live call-in. You know what time it is. Kevin O'Kravitz.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you also too. It's always a pleasure in getting you involved in what we call the Gorgeous George Show.
And all that high-class humor
we can't really talk and say that, you know, we have to give the props to Media One because this is Media One Studio, their domain, so we have to give them the props more or less to say that. But anyway, it is a beautiful thing to see me on your TV screen. We know that. We've been over that. The beautiful thing because it gives your TV more reception. You know what I'm talking about. Well, like a 2-minute skit there that we did 2 weeks ago. We're working on doing a new show coming up, and that was a little 2-minute preempt to the show with Rush.
Yes.
Okay? Rush should be flushed. That's obvious.
Yeah, that was a preview to more good humor that you'll be seeing in the next coming.
Got to find the wall, then lean in and battle a bunch of other gloves. And took it right out of the lefty's glove. Watch this. Watch him take this right out of his glove.
A privilege to be on your screen. This is the box. This is the two box. So we get out here and we vent. We kind of take our troubles to you, and we kind of talk about the troubles. We kind of chew the hash, if you know what I'm talking about, and we make it happen because this is public community access TV. That's obvious. I want to hold off on the calls here because I want to talk about some things real fast, and then we'll take the calls in between talking. A lot of things are happening. Let's get right into it. We talk about this, and I really don't want to talk about it, but let's get into it right off the bat here. I'm sick and tired of our president getting bashed, okay? This is going on. It's going on. No other president in the history of this country, Kevin, has been bashed like this man has been. I really don't want to talk about it, but this is something we're going to talk about. We also tonight are going to talk about working and dating and working together, as far as working in an environment and dating people, and how sometimes when you work and date, sometimes it's not congenial or doesn't happen, it doesn't work out that well.
And it's a lot of work, this dating, I tell you.
Yes, and what just dealing with, and people that you don't necessarily like that you work with and you have to work with. It's something
you don't have to date them, though.
You don't have to date them, but it's dealing with that aspect of people that you want to kind of strangle, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Also kind of curious to know about the Sprewell, Latrell Sprewell. This guy has the audacity now to sue the NBA for $6.4 million. Okay, this is asinine. This guy here strangles a coach a coach, and he expects that now, since he didn't get his pay or didn't get his money, that it's okay now for for him to get his money. I mean, the guy should have been abandoned from NBA, all of NBA throughout. The guy is a low-class half-breed. What about the NBA playoffs? Let's talk about that. Utah Jazz, baby. What about them Utah Jazz? Hey, 2-0 lead right now. I tell you what, Michael Jordan and the Bulls will lose to the Utah Jazz in 7. In the finals, Utah-Chicago. I say it right now, it's my prediction. The Utah Jazz with Karl Malone will defeat Michael Jordan and the Bulls in Game 7.
So the curtain will drop on Jordan
yes, it
and the
will,
Bulls.
and everybody will depart from that. Yeah. So we're interested to talk about different topics that we talked about. Open forum as always. I'm glad to see, Lo, that we're finally getting it down to a T here. As far as the production back here, the screen back here, the aqua look back here, it looks very professional. I got to give it to the people at Media One. It looks really professional.
Looks like a real aquarium here.
Yes. Tell you what, we'll give it up to them about that. Right now, we're working, we're burning the midnight oil, so to speak. We're doing more tapings, more shows. We've got more shows in the back burner. We're trying to get this year booked up. Wanted tonight to get Mr. Tim Reed involved tonight. Tim Reed with the New Millennium Studios, which he's no longer part of that. I've been calling, but of course, pulling teeth. Was not able to get a hold of him.
But you did pull teeth, though. That was he went to his dentist.
Yes, I'll tell you what. But anyway, had a root canal. But also too, and then just speaking of sports, also too, it's sad and a sad day in sports. Nature Boy Ric Flair retired 3 weeks ago from wrestling. This happened 3 weeks ago. Being an idol, being my idol, being the person that, hey, I even look up to someone. That's my idol, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the wrestler, the 13-time world heavyweight champion, retired 3 weeks ago. Sad day. Icon in the music industry, Frank Sinatra, Mr. Blue Eyes himself, passed away about last week. That was a sad day too, to see Frank Sinatra pass away. A lot of stuff to talk about. Open forum line tonight, talking about what's your take on the Latrell Sprewell incident, about this guy having the audacity to try to get his money's worth. Talk about maybe sports. Talk about tonight about also to this SOB Kenneth Starr. Well, where will this stuff end? This has got to come to a head. President Clinton has been one of the best presidents we've ever had. President Clinton has been a visionary president, and this man has been attacked nonstop.
Yeah, well, the whole thing,
when will this thing come to a head? It needs to end. It needs to cease fast.
Well, my problem with Kenneth Starr is that they not so much that I think if Clinton did something bad, he should investigate. However, they have spent all this money and they haven't found anything on Clinton. Listen, I haven't spent any money on it, and I probably know just as much as Kenneth Starr does on what's going on.
We look upon him to have a brain of a peanut. This man has the IQ of a hippopotamus. The guy has no clue to know what he's doing, getting himself into, and the man will, I won't be surprised to see the man take a bullet in the head. The man will get a bullet in the head. I see that happening.
Whoa. That's tough talk, but
this man needs to be silent. This man needs to shut up. This man is nothing more he's doing. It's a witch hunt, and it's got to stop. This man continually attacks our president. No matter what kind of thing he attacks our president, this thing needs to come to a stop.
All right.
Enough is enough. And I'm tired of even talking about it.
I think the whole thing is that they're trying to keep I think they haven't found anything on Clinton, so they're going to keep going with it, and hopefully, I think Clinton is sort of in the clear, but then it'll be like Al Gore. It's going to hamper his run for the presidency in the year 2000.
I'm going to say, yeah, I mean, they're trying to do everything. This is a political situation, a political thing to attack our president, and they're trying their best to go about attacking Al Gore, attacking our president. Bottom line is, they have been, this thing, if there was anything unjust or anything that our president did, don't you think it would have been resolved by now? All this thing, and it insults my intelligence, it insults my intelligence because all they're doing is continually trying to snowball this, trying to put a smudge mark on the legacy of President William Jefferson Clinton, and the man has done a lot for this country. That's a fact.
Right.
I mean, don't you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do we have a call?
Good?
No. Okay, I heard the phones ring, and obviously, but anyway. Open forum tonight, like I said. I have been in several relationships with people that I've worked with before. It's very hard to be in a work environment without, and of course, the sexual harassment. Oh my God. When you date someone on the workforce, you got to kind of realize that if it kind of ends in a sour note, then, and I'm not trying to come from the male perspective here, but you have to realize I am a male, and I'm talking from the male's perspective. The women, then when it becomes sour, then the woman yells, "Oh my God, he's doing this to me, he's doing that to me," and then it's hard to date someone that you work with.
Well, it always is, and I take rather conservative view of this because I believe that the people you work with, you're going to have to see them every day. Why you don't have to date them really because you see them every day.
I mean, of course, it's a lot of people meet through the workplace, but yet when it ends sour, then the woman yells rape or yells harassment, which is beyond me. And of course, we talk about that too. How we live in a society where that has been more pronounced than anything else. How that gets thrown out more than any times, basically, and the woman usually wins in court because, oh my God, it's rape. Oh my God, she yelled rape. It's harassment. I mean, this is ludicrous, pretty much.
Well, yeah,
that's my personal take on that. So, but anyway.
But at the same time, they, as you know, they had a sexual harassment case where someone was talking about an episode of Seinfeld, and the woman sued and got the guy fired. Then the guy turned around and sued the company, and he got something like $26 million. The whole point of that was it not only were like you can make fun of it as you want, but the real problem with that was that it actually did a disservice to true harassment and on the job and on the workplace.
Right.
So it's a serious subject, but it should be taken seriously instead of these frivolous lawsuits and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And we live in a sue happy country. Everybody wants to sue for this and sue for that, and that brings up a valid point. This is Media One Community Access Channel, where you too could talk to the people over here and have your own show anytime you want. But you have to go through, I guess, the guidelines but anyway, I've worked my tail off in trying to even have a show. On a live show, a live call-in where my fans can talk to me and I can talk to my fans also in the same respect that I'm on screen. A lot of people know me and know what I do and seen and have viewed other pre-recorded shows that I have done, pre-recorded, live, lambasting, live, in-your-face comedy. Very real comedy, but you see, they don't want to grant me an ongoing live spot. Once in a while, they'll grant it to me, an ongoing live spot, and that's the way it is. Now, tonight, we're going to take your calls.
Special live appearance.
We're going to take your calls, but if we feel the demeanor of your call is not appropriate, we're going to cut you off. That's the way it is.
The way of the world.
We're not going to take, if you don't like me, hey, great, God bless you. But if you have a demeanor tonight with me, we're going to cut you right off. That's the way it is. All righty. We have, was it line 1 or line 2?
Doesn't matter.
Well, all right, first line 1.
Yeah, I have a question.
All right, first of all, speak up a little bit because I can barely hear you.
I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead with your question.
Can you suck my dick, bitch?
Yeah. But
well, see, Your problem is you have a fascination with that and a fixation with it because yours is that small, and you have a problem with it. So go take it somewhere else. All right. Do we have any more calls here? Okay. Yeah. As we were saying. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. Baby, it is a fact, as sure as I'm sitting here, baby. I am a legend, 4 years on Media One, Atlanta, Georgia. That's the way it works. So whether you like me or don't like me, you can bite me where you know where. That's all I have to say about that. Okay?
On the neck like a vampire.
Exactly. Kevin, enlighten these people here a little bit to what we were talking about tonight and the show itself. Enlighten these people. Tell them about the show. Have they
Well,
never,
the show, we present a lot of humor, a lot of information, a lot of facts. We're better than Jeopardy most of the time.
I have to say, Steinfeld, I'll get to the call in a second. Steinfeld, if you all saw it, last weekend, it was the lamest ending that I have seen. I mean, I watch the show often when I think you're more of a Jerry Steinfeld fan than I am. I watched it. It was the most lamest ending. Why, why not just have them go off to a different country? But they did lead you to believe that they would come back in a year.
Yes.
So we'll be back in a year.
I heard they want a different, every 2-hour, a 2-hour movie every year, like Perry Mason.
Right.
It ended like a Samuel Beckett play. Just everything, they just hadn't, the situation had changed, but they hadn't changed.
Right.
So.
All right, we have a call. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah, George.
Hey.
You shop at TJ Maxx, don't you?
TJ Maxx, I don't shop there. Where's this going to?
No, it's okay. Just wondering. Thanks.
Yeah. I heard that guy shops at Clothes R Us. So.
Obviously, we have some kind of malfunction here. What
think
does that have to do
I think we got
with...
Jerry Springer's audience
Wait a
calling.
second. What does that have to do with what we're talking about tonight? We're talking about some intellectual talk tonight, Let's talk about it. Next call? Line 2?
Yeah, you mentioned you didn't like the last episode of Seinfeld. I thought it was a good ending. I thought that it was great to see all the old characters back and everything like that.
Okay.
I thought it was a pretty good ending myself.
I didn't think so.
Most people didn't. And
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Well, why being incarcerated? Why end that way? Being incarcerated in jail, that doesn't make any sense to me.
There's a lot of topics that they've covered that you might ask why to, but I just thought it was a good idea.
Well, they showed about the Bubble Boy and the other stuff, about the other skits, which was good to probably maybe go back in time, like a time capsule. But why come to a dramatic ending like that? That's what
one more thing, Baba Booey.
Baba Booey to you too. Thank you very much. Howard Stern, baby, lives through me in this town. Line 2, talk to us.
Howdy.
You don't get no pussy, bitch. Fuck you.
Oh, boy.
Okay, once again, we have a problem
get
that
all the
people
chums.
do not understand what we're saying to you. You have a problem with your penis. Take it somewhere else. We don't want to hear about it. Take your problem with your penis somewhere else, maybe to Dr. Kevorkian. Okay? Thank you very much.
Dr.
Next call, please.
George?
Hi.
Hey, it's Pedro. What's up, buddy?
It's Pedro.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Just kick back, enjoying your show a little bit.
Well, cool.
What's going on with you?
I called you the other day. Did you get my message?
Yeah, sure did, man.
Okay.
I didn't know you was realizing that you was doing a taping tonight.
Oh,
Well, I thought I told you that.
Yeah. I guess, being unemployed these days, man, I get kind of mixed up,
Okay.
A lot of time
it's good
to watch
see you,
television.
man. You're looking good, man.
Well, I look as good as I always look.
That's right.
I've got the turquoise aqua background back here looking here, and I've got myself here. I got Crafty Kevin. You know about Crafty Kevin, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen him. I like him, man. He
You
put
like-
on a good show last week. I like you, dude. You're all right, man.
Okay. Well, listen,
Right on.
Mr. Pedro, are you interested about maybe helping us out?
Of course, man. I'm always willing to help out Gorgeous George and anything that you do.
Okay. All right. And tell the guy here at Media One how great our show is in the back.
It's fabulous, man. I love the show. You're funny. You're hysterical. My boys Fly and Alan, they love watching you, man.
Yeah,
And
that's
among
what it
other
boils
people.
down to. It's a breath of fresh air. Other stuff you see on this channel is a bunch of mundane stuff that doesn't amount to birds and the bees or a man barfing on the sidewalk.
That's right,
Pedro,
man.
I do appreciate it. Give you a call later on tonight, man.
Take care, buddy.
All right, no problem.
And
All
bring
right.
some pretty girls with you.
Yes, well, that's what, hey, we're working upon the pageant. We're working upon the Miss Gorgeous George Beauty Pageant. We did one 2 years ago at Embassy Suites, the U of R girls.
Yeah.
They were the rejects. Now we're working upon the girls from Paper Moon
Yes.
and working upon the girls from Red Light. Hey,
Yeah.
Jump on excitement, baby. Jump on electricity popping through that proverbial underwear. Say underwear.
That word always makes me laugh.
Yes,
I
okay.
can't say it.
Panties. Panties, baby. Yes. All right. Do you have any more calls in the back? Want to talk to me or we'll talk to you? You get vulgar. You talk about your inadequacies.
Yeah.
We could cut you right off. You talk about your personal problems. Yeah. You need to see a therapist. Don't talk to me. I'm not
call
a therapist.
Dr. Ruth.
Or Dr. Kevorkian, whatever. Okay? What it boils
Take some
down to.
Viagra and don't call us in the morning.
All righty. Privy to that. And, of course, the phone is ringing right now. I guess pretty much people are at the baseball tonight watching the Richmond Braves lose again.
Well,
yeah, that's obvious. Watching them lose again.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
That's my favorite team.
Yeah.
You see, a real fan supports his team when they're losing. Anyone could be a fan when your team is winning. Everyone's a Chicago Bulls fan.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean when they're winning.
I'm not.
I'm sure once the Chicago Bulls start losing, as you predict, you won't see so many Chicago Bulls fans. Yeah. Everyone will be something else.
Michael Jordan is a legend. Michael Jordan is Mr. MVP, is Mr. Basketball. He's been doing it, but I think Malone has the intensity. I think John Stockton has it going on. I think Karl Malone and John Stockton, they work as a team effort. They've been doing it for 15 years. Utah will take it in 7. Talk to me.
Howdy.
Talk to me.
Hey man, what's going on?
Okay. What's up?
One, you gotta be kidding with this.
Excuse me?
Hold on just a second.
Okay, let's cut him off.
No.
Let's cut him off because, okay, first of all, why don't you call back because I can barely understand what you're saying.
Listen, can you hear me now? I had to turn my TV down, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. First of all, Michael Jordan will get 6 rings this year. 6 rings. All right. George, you don't know a lot about basketball.
Well,
Mike will get a 6th ring. The second thing is, are you from Richmond or somewhere else?
I'm from here, unfortunately.
From Richmond? How long you been here?
I've been here all my life.
Really?
I've been other places too, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me too. Well, good luck with your show. I am an African American.
Okay.
Freedom of speech. Good luck with your show, man.
Freedom of speech. Well, I do appreciate.
Try to get a topic that everybody can relate to.
Okay.
Help our kids and stay positive, man.
Well, we try to.
Thank you.
We try to, and I do appreciate your opinion, but that's fine.
All right, and Karl Malone will not. You got to be kidding.
Well, I think he has more heart than Shaquille O'Neal does.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
I think he has more heart and more desire that he knows that this is their best possibility year to do it with John Stockton right behind him.
As far as the West, sure, he has a heart. You know, I think they'll beat the Lakers. The Lakers are young. But, hey, man, this is MJ, dude.
I know about MJ, but MJ gets by with a lot of stuff, too, because he's MJ.
Yeah, he gets by.
He gets by with a lot of calls on because he is MJ and he's who he is.
I think the Bulls bench is a little bit deeper. I think.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that totally because after seeing what Utah did in that first game with LA, their bench did all the scoring.
Well, Hornacek is 105 years old.
What's that?
Hornacek. It's matchups. In basketball, it's matchups, man. And I think Utah matches up well with them. But you come on, man.
I tell you, John Stockton.
All balls down. You know.
John Stockton is the one you have to admire.
All right.
The guy is about he's 5'11", and the guy can shoot from any perimeter, any shot you can think of. Yeah. The pick and roll with him and Karl Malone, poetry, emotion.
I tell you what, if you replace Kevorkian with Hornacek, you might win. But I don't think.
Utah Jazz in 7 in the finals. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
All right. I mean, listen, opinions are like assholes. We all have them.
What was I going to say? Michael Jordan is the Babe Ruth of basketball, meaning that he was the savior of NBA, and when he's gone, the NBA is not going to be as popular as it was during his reign, and that's why they're building up people like Shaquille O'Neal because they want people still
Shaquille O'Neal is a chump. Shaquille O'Neal is just a wannabe that needs to eat more Taco Bell to make a 3 throw. Line 2, please, or whatever line we're on here. Talk to me.
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Hey.
Man, y'all wacky shit, man.
Okay, you need to take your language in the commode and barf it out because we're not going to have that tonight. Okay.
We run a family show here.
He's gone, I assume, off the bat.
Well, we run a family show. The Adams family.
You know what? I'm as wacky as what? No, see, you're sitting there. Nothing else better to do with your time than probably satisfy yourself. You know what I'm talking about? And then watch me on your TV screen. Baby, you need to kind of put it in focus. You got a remote control. You can watch the reruns of Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune at this time or whatever you want to watch or play with yourself. But don't come to me because you're watching me.
You watch Barney.
You can play with Barney. You can have a love fest with Barney. Okay, I don't care. Just give me respect, and I'll give you all respect. Okay, any more calls?
Not yet.
Anyway, we just did a taping 2 weeks ago. The most beautiful thing. We had the Temptress. We got to give up to her because she's helped us out. Dancer from Red Light, Susan. Susan, and we have her coming up here and 2 other shows coming up here. We did a charity event at the bowling alley. Excuse me. Hello, that's what that's like I'm drinking.
Didn't mean to bring that up.
I tell you what, it just came. It just came out. We had, of course, liquor makes you burp. Anyway, we also had, like I said, the charity event that we did about a year ago. Well, actually, it was this year in the bowling alley, and we're going to be
tournament. It was the funniest thing.
They're going to be airing that pretty soon, so that's pretty much.
If you like Don Rickles, it was Don Rickles times 3, just bowling and yelling.
But anyway, do we have a call? Yep. Okay, talk to us.
Hey, this is JJ from the Fan.
Here.
You think that guy beside you can handle Michael Jordan?
Okay, first of all, what guy are you talking about?
Hey, I'm gonna bring my girls from the pageant. I'll see you at the wrestling match.
All right.
See you down there all the time at ringside, baby doll. But see, you gotta face a man with all these chicks. You gotta show them where they're at. You gotta get down with them.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying, brother?
You know what I'm saying, brother? Well, look, I think the marijuana has taken over this conversation. Really do. I think the marijuana has kind of cluttered up the mindset. All right, thank you.
Peace. If you get in that subject, we ain't talking politics. We're talking about chicks.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You know what I'm saying? Bring the girls from Red Light.
Yeah, why are we talking about politics? Let's bring on the girls.
The girls from Red Light, I frequent that place quite often. Okay, well, hold.
See?
Okay, you've talked. Now let me talk.
You in my court.
Okay, all right, come off. I mean,
Mike,
come off, man. I mean, come on.
Enrico Suave.
Whatever. See, we're going to carry a dialogue here. But when we carry a dialogue, you talk, then I talk, and you say something, and then you listen to me, and then listen to what I've got to say.
And you keep listening.
And if you keep talking, we're going to cut you off because we don't need the diarrhea. We don't need to hear the diarrhea.
Yeah.
Okay? So, talk to us.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Howdy doody.
Hello.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay.
What is this program about?
Say what?
What's this program about?
What's my program about? My program's about life in general. My program's about the...
Like what? Tell me something.
Tell you something about pretty much how life stands, pretty much the comedy, open forum tonight, talking about sports, talking about politics, talking about whatever you want to talk about.
The highs and lows
talking
of human behavior.
Talking about 2 good-looking gents like we are coming through your TV screen and telling you what time it is.
What time is it?
Well, it is.
20?
It is gorgeous George.
What time is it?
It is gorgeous.
What kind is it?
It's gorgeous George time,
20?
and it's time for us to get nasty. But anyway, we do appreciate your call, and he's rubbing his hands because he's waiting for you. Okay. Yes.
All right. Thanks.
Here. Thanks for calling.
Much. Okay. See, I could tell you whatever.
Nice to know a woman's listening.
I can paint you a picture, but if you've never seen the Italian Stallion in action, you'll have no clue to know what's going on here because I am the Italian Stallion, and I got the Italian sausage to prove it. Line 3, please, or line 4, whatever. See, they had nothing intelligent to say, so they go off.
I think you said it all for them.
I think we said it all for them.
I think it was Dan Rather just walked off the show.
I'll tell you what,
Again.
Anyway, this is Walter Cronkite, and today we're talking about Viagra. And Viagra. I've been newsman for 20 years, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That's a
poor imitation of Walter Cronkite, but I'm doing my best. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. Okay. What you need to do is lower your TV down. Okay. Put the phone to your mouth.
My bad, man. My bad. Hey,
Okay.
what's the purpose of y'all white show? Well, y'all show white, man.
Our show is white. Well, maybe we are white. That's probably
Say
why
y'all
it is.
show white.
I can't.
Oh, y'all are white, man.
We're a riot. Well, thank you.
white.
Riot.
White, man.
Well, thank you.
Okay, whatever you're saying, you need to get your tongue moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
Hey, man, shut
Well,
up,
thanks for
George. Can't name
Yeah, well, man, you know, it's just the way it is, man. You bees watching me, and I bees watching you, and that's the way it's bees. Is that right, man? All right, man.
Shut up.
All right, man. Give me 5, man. Give me 5, man. We're cool, blood. We're cool, man.
Gay.
Peace, man.
You gay. Thanks, y'all.
I'm gay. Well,
You starting to hold in my head for real.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm starting to hold in my head, dog.
Okay, first of all, you
Why you
need
starting to hold in my head?
you need to take the thing out of your mouth because we can't understand you. You got something in your mouth that's clogging up your mouth. You got probably cum in your mouth. You need to take it out. Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Man, I mean, look.
He started off all right.
I mean, you know, whatever. First, when you call this number,
right.
be able to verbalize and be able to talk without having mush or some foreign object in your mouth. Okay. Jesus.
Marbles
or white stuff in your mouth.
That's how they taught us how to,
okay?
in elocution school, that's how they taught us
All
to
right.
speak. Put marbles in our mouth.
Put marbles in your mouth.
We had to talk to the marbles.
All
Then when we
right.
lost all our marbles, then it was time to go on the air.
Okay, calls and calls and more calls. I tell you what, it is a beautiful thing to see me on your TV. It makes the reception even brighter, and with the turquoise aqua look back here, woo, it makes it even more on time, baby. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Yeah, turquoise is
whatever.
your cover. Color, I tell you.
Aqua. The Aquaman coming through your panties. Yes, come on. All right, what's up?
No, George. Why they call you Gorgeous George?
You know why?
Why?
Because I call myself that every time I wake out of bed in the morning. And that's all that needs to be said.
Nobody else.
I mean, I woke up one morning and a brick hit me on the head. And I finally realized, well, damn, I'm gorgeous. And I realized that I needed to do a show. And it was a calling from God.
People should call
Oh, my God. Ho. It was a calling from Jesus. And he said, George, you need to go out on TV and show your beautiful face to the public. And Jesus said, whoo, hallelujah, told me to come and do it. So I'm possessed.
If he had to wait for anyone else to call him Gorgeous George, he'd still be waiting, I bet.
Well, no, that's okay.
No.
It is conviction and love for yourself.
Hey.
Hey.
When the girls call you Gorgeous George?
The girls call me God.
Yeah, because girls I be telling they say you ugly.
Well, you know,
gorgeous.
Are you the same guy that's just called us up? You have nothing else better to do with your time than watch?
I ain't the same guy.
Hey, man, look, I tell you know what? Why don't you go ahead and hang up?
Why don't you suck my dick?
Why don't you? Okay, now, see, you need to have the implement out of your mouth to come out because you got a fixation with that. Okay, you call this number again. We know who you are. We're going to track you down like a hound dog, and you're not going to be able to prosecute you. Okay. So you got nothing else better to do with your time. Take it somewhere else. Okay, you got a foreign object in your mouth. You got a fixation with an inadequacy about someone's implement. Worry about your daddies.
And get that finger out of your nose. I mean you.
I mean, why can't we just talk reasonable here?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about the President Clinton thing. Talk to me about this Spreewell character. Talk to me about just talk. But we'll talk and we'll talk back in intelligence.
And I'll talk about cartoons.
Now go ahead, talk to us.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, why not get...
Find your show very offensive. It makes my hemorrhoids flare.
Okay.
Well, use some
well
trucks.
you see, you need to see a doctor about that. You need to see a doctor about that, and you definitely need to take it
Talk
somewhere
about
else.
all this cursing and everything, and this guy with the curly hair over here, Gorgeous George. It's very offensive. His fingers up their nose.
Well, okay.
Made me fall on the floor and piss myself.
Why don't you go to the club you're notorious for going to? Why don't you drive to Fieldings and talk to your buddies over there and don't mess with, okay? Because obviously you're inadequate about your sexuality. So
You're very
you
bad.
want to call
That's
up
not
here
nice
and talk
thing
to
to
me
say.
about yada. Listen, take it somewhere else, take it down and puke it down the commode. Thank you very much. Kevin, what is up? I mean, we're getting a bunch of mindless calls tonight. What's up with that?
Our public speaks. The Vox Populi.
I think, yeah, a bunch of chat.
What we like all your calls. We wish we like the people who behave themselves even better.
Yeah.
So, thanks for
Anyway,
watching.
like I said, we're interested to find some commentary about what we're talking about, the President Clinton. All right, we'll get to that in a second, about the President Clinton thing, about Latrell Sprewell, I mean, all this BS that's happening with that, the possible NBA lockout that's going to be happening pretty soon. We can input about that. Input about a lot of stuff. Let's go back to what we were talking about before about dating and working and dating.
Yeah.
You know,
I unfortunately...
Tell us some experiences, basically.
Well, you know, I actually have, to be honest with you, I'm not, when I was very young, my first job I ever had, I like took a girl out when I was working there, and I guess we broke up after the first date, and it was never the same again, and I've pretty much been that way ever since.
Right.
You only work, 8 hours out of the day. The rest of the time, you can meet other people. So.
Right.
But so I don't really have.
It's just that basically that when we talk,
it just doesn't happen.
When we talk about this, and open fire to let people know that basically that when you're out in a relationship with someone, you see someone 24/7, it kind of puts a driven, blockage, because you can't really do anything. You're tied down to this person. There's been several times where we've been in a situation before, and then if that person's not interested in you, and then you lose the interest. It's 24/7. You see this person nonstop. Dating, would you agree to this? Dating with someone you work with is kind of, it's just kind of hard to deal with. For the most part. And then
also the idea being is that when I'm when you're working with someone all day, sometimes it's there might be nice people and all, but I know if you're dating someone, you don't want to work with them.
And then seeing people that you really, working with people that you actually despise. You know what I'm saying? It's just. I've been in several situations where I've worked with people that I don't necessarily care for, but hey, it's a human pot. It's a melting pot.
Wait, you're working with or dating?
Oh, dating, working.
I don't date anyone I.
Well, not dating. But I'm talking in generality as far as dating and working. Line 1, talk to us.
Me?
Hi.
What's up?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Feel about Richmond lesbians.
Richmond lesbians, okay. What about,
I don't know anything
What
about
about Richmond lesbians? I have no idea.
What do you think about them here?
What do I think about lesbians? Well, maybe I'm hypocritical.
Nice.
Your sexual preference is your own sexual thing. It's your own thing all the way through. It's downright out disgusting to visualize two men. And I'm hypocritical by saying it's just downright out disgusting to visualize two men, but it's more acceptable with two women.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but that's just the way of the world. People are born a certain way.
People are born a certain
accept
way,
that.
and that's fine. But it's to me, I just
and it's in every
Okay
family.
for girls and not for boys.
What's that?
You think it's okay for girls and not for boys?
Well, I'm not. That's something that we can can get into and talk about. Pure example: the Sharon Bottom story. The Sharon Bottom story and April Wade and that story by itself, how they, I don't promote lesbianism. I don't really care for the lesbian act. But what you do in your own thing or your own time, if your sexual preference is that's fine. It's like gays in the military, okay? If you want to fight for your country and you're gay, so what? You can fight for your country. But don't subject your sexuality on somebody.
Don't ask, don't
Doesn't it
tell.
seem to you that all the really pretty girls are lesbians?
Well, okay, yeah. There are a lot of beautiful women that are lesbians, and I'll be the first one to tell you that, a man's fantasy is to see two women. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is to me. But I'm hypocritical for saying that. I'm hypocritical for saying this but it's just people can't accept, and I cannot accept. It's just downright out disgusting to see two males.
Do you feel rejected?
Do I feel subjected?
No, rejected.
Do I
as
feel,
a male?
Do I feel okay? Where is this
By
going?
male?
To? I'm not. I don't really care.
It's like a Chinese box we're opening here.
It's like a Pandora's box. I don't really care what the men think. I only care about the women, what the women think. That's what it boils down to. I'm a heterosexual baby.
Yeah,
that's what it boils down to. I'm a heterosexual, and that's the way it boils down to.
You have sex with lesbians?
Have I had sex with a lesbian? Not to my knowledge.
No. Would you?
Would I have sex with a lesbian?
With two of them.
Well, you know what? We're getting really personal here tonight. We're getting it out downright out personal. Yeah. What I do in my own personal time is my bit. Okay, if
But
you're
bring 'em on over
if you're
anyway.
trying to get an offer,
Something
this,
that you've
this
thought
man will take
about
all offers
before?
right here. What's that? What's that?
Is it something that you've thought about before?
Having sex with 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like driving
yeah.
two
Well,
cars at
everybody's thought about that. I mean, blooded male American has thought about having sex with 2 women. Yes, I've thought about having sex with 2 women. Hell, 5 women. Okay, but the question is, can they handle me? That's the question. Okay.
It's like driving 2 cars.
It's
at once.
like driving a Porsche, like a Porsche and a pony in the back, or a pony trying to pull the Porsche.
Would it bother you if they like invited you there or whatever, and then they only wanted to play with each other and made you watch? Would that bother you then?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. Okay.
I feel.
Okay. Well, thank you for your whatever.
I feel like the end in Laverne. And
I feel
Shirley.
like, hey, I'm not a watcher or a participant. I'm a player, and that's like a sport. You know, it's like baseball or golf. You know, I don't want to watch. I want to play. Woo! Okay.
for
All
calling.
right. Thank you for your.
They don't want to play with you.
You want to play with me?
Well, thank you.
Not me!
Why do I suspect? I get the feeling that someone that we know from a past is involved in this, and I think
It's all.
I think someone involved in the past is involved in this, and we
Paula
need.
Jones.
No, we need to kind of like say night-night. Okay, next call, please. We got any more calls? Okay, talk to us.
What's going on, man?
A lot of static on your telephone. What's up?
Yeah, well, it's kind of messed up the battery. Hey, man, I wanted to know something.
What do you want now?
You started this show. Did you have like a vision or like some kind of, an idea of where you wanted to take it, or what do you think?
Let me give you
bolt of lightning.
let me give you a short synopsis of what I've been doing here. One day, it was a cold day in November of '94, about a week before Thanksgiving Day, and me and Magic Matt, my sidekick Magic Matt, or back then known as Master Matt, decided. I've been in radio, I've been in TV, and I decided, what the hell? They banned me off of radio, they banned me off of whatever. So I just said, look, why not do a shocking cable show? We turned on public access, Channel 38, and we saw August Moon. August Moon with his juice bottle and his gin and vodka mixed in with his juice. And then we saw Race and Reality, and then we saw all these shows on this channel.
Yeah.
And then I said, finally, I said, dang it, why don't we just go ahead and we can do a show? Okay, and then finally, I got up there and we started out of our own house, and we kicked it off. And we
I remember I've seen you, when you did the show in your house. But what I wanted to know also is when did you pick up that goober beside you?
Nah,
well, let me tell you something about this goober. You know what they say? You never judge a book by its covers. This man here is gifted and is talented. Okay, you can't judge a book by its covers. This man is gifted, is talented, has do any voice.
More than one way, right?
What's that?
That's
my fans.
Okay, well, something about your nuts. Whatever. I think you can crack your nuts. Line 2, please. Okay, thank you very much. No. See, look. Okay, you bash this man, you bash me. This man is a part of what we do. To hell with you. This man has been a very much a incentive to the show, and he's helped the show. So to hell with your comment. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, George. Thank you. And
George.
thanks for calling.
Yes. What's up?
It goes to
Okay.
Jimi
Once
Hendrix.
again, you need to lower the volume on your TV set. Okay, and put your mouth to the phone.
George.
Okay.
Hi.
Pedro again, man. I got a good question for you. I don't mean to throw you off or anything, but what are your feelings about those golfing brothers down in North Carolina? Do you think they deserve the death penalty? The mother here in Richmond was saying it was a racial thing.
Okay, Pedro.
What are your feelings about this?
Yeah, Pedro, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The two golfing brothers down in North Carolina from Chesterfield who gunned down the sheriffs down in North Carolina, and just the other day both of them were sentenced to die, and they both turned around to the family and the juries and just really blew up on them.
Pedro, I have no idea. I haven't.
Well, what are your feelings of like the death penalty or?
Okay, well, I mean, the death penalty. I used to have mixed feelings about the death penalty. I'm pro-life, pretty much, but you kill somebody, you got to do the time. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Any kind of way. I mean, pretty much, Pedro. I don't know the whole story about that. It must have just happened or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Because I believe in the death penalty.
Jerry Springer, I mean, what's up with him and the porn stars in the hotel room? What is this all about?
Jerry Springer, well, you know,
Did he fix the show?
that doesn't surprise me because obviously, you know, he's probably paying a lot of money to these women, probably so.
He's a lucky
got in
man.
trouble
I don't compare myself with Jerry Springer because Jerry Springer is a loser. Okay, I don't compare that. He pays these people to come on the channel. It's all fake. That's what it boils down to.
Like Saturday Night Wrestling.
I don't compare myself with wrestling or the pro wrestling. What I do is unique. Pedro, you know this. You're my biggest fan. You're one of my biggest fans. You know this.
You're the Howard Stern of Richmond.
I'm the Howard Stern of Richmond.
Now magazine
and
needs to pick up on you.
low productional work. Hey, it makes it unique. The cameras sometimes shake, static in the back, but it's still cutting edge material, and people eat it up, and they love it.
He's the avant-garde of
That's
Howard
right.
Stern.
The best show I've seen on 38 yet.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
and let your words be echoed.
Yes.
Thank you, Pedro. I'll give you a call later on, man.
Take care, buddy.
No problem. All right.
If
Any more
you're calling-
calls?
If you're calling, you want a serious conversation.
Yes, hello.
It's the wrong show for that.
Okay. All right. Now,
Hello?
okay. Why? Before we get into this conversation, why do I feel this is one of these?
It sounds like trouble.
It sounds like trouble. It smells like Nirvana. Go ahead.
What?
What?
Question.
You be's a fool, wish be.
Hi.
Your girlfriend was playing you. What would you do? And you love him.
If my girlfriend flied me,
Was playing you.
was playing me,
Yes.
well, I play her back,
For
baby.
you.
I get my tongue out like this. No.
Ew.
No.
I have a second question.
You have a sex question? This is Dr.
I have another question.
Time out. This is Dr. Ruth. You'll need to have your head examined. You'll ask me a question. Now, what do you want of Dr. Ruth? Kind of like Julia Childs, but go ahead. What do you want?
You funny.
What do you want?
Please.
Make it clean now, because if it's not, we're going to cut you off.
Do you think Bill Clinton was really sleeping with all them women?
Okay, slow it down. One more time.
Do you think Bill Clinton was really sleeping with all them women?
I don't think so, and I think if he is, it's nobody's business.
I think he was, because I know guys like that. And I know guys like that.
Like that?
And I think that
Is you like that?
no, I think that Clinton. I know how these, but at the same time, should he be thrown out of office for it? I think no. His wife seems to have no problem.
Let me just say this. Okay, what a man does behind a camera, what he does in his own personal bedroom is his own personal thing. I think he was honest. I think he told the truth, and I think even if he didn't, it has nothing to do with what he's done for the country. Why don't we just get off this trip?
Better he's doing it to a bunch of women than doing it to the country.
Well,
It's George.
What's that?
Which one of y'all is George?
I'm George, right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the other one name?
What's the other one's name?
My name's Kevin. How you doing?
What's your name?
What's your name,
Kevin.
Sam?
I need something under my face and here to. Kevin is my
Crafty Kevin.
Yeah.
Gorgeous
Crafty
Stewart.
Kevin.
Crafty Kevin and Gorgeous Stewart.
Not
The name
cabbage.
is that.
All right. Okay.
Well, thanks.
Well,
Hey.
all
vote of
right.
confidence.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, whatever. Time is wasted. Go ahead. Line, whatever. Line
How you doing?
2, 3, 4.
One.
Go.
Oh, I was wondering, George, what do you do in your for a profession?
What
Sand
I do
collector.
for a profession, I bartend and I'm a courier.
You bartend in what?
I'm a courier and I'm a bartender.
He'll
What do you
curry-
bartend?
Well, that's personal. I bartend.
bring-
I'm not. I don't tell my business to people. I mean, no offense to you. I just don't tell. I mean, I'm on camera.
You may just run into him.
And I don't tell people what I do.
All
He
right.
may bring you a drink one of these
Yeah,
days.
exactly.
Kevin, what are you doing for a profession?
What I do, I'm a
Okay.
lifeguard in a car wash.
You're a lifeguard in a car wash?
No, I work in the insurance business.
I couldn't hear you because
I'm also a photographer. Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
He's an insurance business and a photographer is what he is.
Okay. So, where do you guys want to take this show? What is your goal? I mean, are you trying to be the next David Letterman or something?
Well, David Letterman is very much, rules. I mean, he's funny and he has his own little show. No, I don't critique myself with anybody. I do what I do. I do this. I've been doing it for 4 years, and people tell me, George, why are you still in Richmond? Well, I'm still in Richmond because I'm still in Richmond. My personal bit, my personal reason. That's why I'm here. But this show I'm not sure if you've been privy or if you've seen the show before. Before, have you? Or what?
I have, actually.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you watched it again?
Okay.
Well, I think you guys are entertaining, to tell you the truth, but I'm not laughing with you. I'm more or less laughing at you.
Well, as long as you're laughing.
Well, you know, like I said, you're entitled to your delusional opinion, and that's fine. You can laugh at us all you want. We find it funny. We have followers out there that find what we do to be funny, and so whatever your trip is, that's fine.
Well, I don't have a trip, but you get on and you're all confident and cocky and arrogant about how all these women want to sleep with you and stuff.
Well, no, you see, you perceive that way. That's your perception. You don't even know me. You don't even know if this is a facade. You don't know what the show is about. You see this image. Okay, I do this. It's entertainment. We're actors. Okay, you picture to me to be a playboy, which in some cases I am.
No, I really don't. I think you're all talk. Probably. I don't think you've probably been laid in quite a while.
Well, you know what I think. I think that what you can do is pull your pants down and play with your pet gerbil with your ever-ready battery cell and take a dump at the same time, because what you have to say to me is a hill of beans. Okay, I don't. Okay, take it somewhere else, fat boy. I don't need to hear your crap. Come off. Cut him off. Cut him off. Okay. All right, fatty. All right. Listen to me. Listen to me. You can take your opinion and ram it down the commode and then flush it, because that's the equivalent to the insignificant chatter that I'm hearing on the phone here.
Yeah. Just keep laughing. We don't care.
Okay. We're winding down here, and we still haven't had enough to talk about here, because nobody here is, you know. And guess what? Learn to love it and learn to live with it, because I'm on all the other channels. Flip that channel, and I'm on all the other channels, baby. Woo!
He was on Mad About You last night.
All right, talk to us. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I've watched your show and shit. And
Okay, no. See, you need to watch your language.
okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Richard Pryor here?
Okay, you needed to watch what you say, because, you know, can't have that vulgar stuff on the radio.
You don't hear us cursing, and we could be very funny. You want to hear us curse? We'll be so funny, but we try to be funny and take the high road.
Okay. All right. Is he gone or what?
No.
Okay.
Nah, he's
I thought we took him off. Okay. All right. Well, what's your question, real fast?
Why do you do the show or whatever? Like, do you make money or anything?
Plenty of it.
This is what I do.
We swim in it.
We do this. I get gratification and satisfaction to see my pretty face on TV. Now, you know, whatever. I get gratification and satisfaction out of seeing a project, if you will, a brainchild, if you will, a creation that I molded as a little baby and raised it up, 4 years old and still growing. It is something that I take as an actor, a theatrical background, to do what I do, and I take pride in it. And whether I make money or don't make money is totally irrelevant.
Yeah, why
does that answer your question?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
No, thanks.
Well, thank you very much.
Satisfied your curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought it back. But hey, I don't do this for anybody but myself. Okay, I take gratification and satisfaction out of this, and that's what it boils down to. I do this show for myself, and hey, we've made money out of it. Now we're not, but we're taking it and we're skirting it around it. We're taking it to other markets right now. Atlanta, Georgia. We are, and you know, this other guy that called me up about 2 months ago. Anything and everything sucks. You know, you suck. You are a wannabe. Anything and everything that sucks, you are a wannabe. People know who I am, baby, when I walk into a freaking room. Kevin?
That's right.
Okay.
He brightens up a room just by entering it.
All right, go ahead. Talk to us.
Hello.
Talk to us.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, is this George?
This is George. George and Kevin.
Okay. I've got a question for you about the Clinton thing you were just talking about.
Sure. Go right ahead.
I value your opinion, and I hope you value mine. My thing is, you say that Clinton was sleeping with somebody in his own bedroom, but he wasn't. He was sleeping in the White House, which is the taxpayer's house.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Do you have proof?
I believe that the grand jury does.
You believe. That's the key thing. Did you have a videotape in his bedroom and see him make love to these women?
No, but nor do you to believe that he doesn't.
So that's precisely my point. All this is accusations and hearsay.
Well, certainly, and I think that that he should be given his day in court, just like you were you accused of it. What I'm saying is, you have an employer. Your employer pays you to do a job. Your employer does not pay you to have sex with women on the job.
Okay, Miss. I can appreciate what you're saying.
Right.
But why are we making this such a circus? Why are we making such a thing like this that has no relevancy upon what this man has done for this country, but flourish this country in the 6 years he's been in office?
But I think if you weren't a fan of Clinton, you wouldn't have that opinion.
Of course, but I mean, it's it's the same thing with Richard Nixon. There's
John Kennedy
brought him down. Well, I don't think there was anyone to bring Kennedy down. Unfortunately, he didn't live long. But Clinton and Nixon, I always compare the two of them.
There's no comparison.
I mean, as far as the public's perception of trying to tear them down, it's almost the opposite side.
Well, there's no comparison because Nixon was a crook. Clinton is an honest man, and Clinton has made this country flourish. And it's just mind-boggling to me. You're entitled to your opinion. God bless you, whoever you are. But you have to understand, why are we just making this a frenzy? Who gives a rat's? I don't give a rat's. All I care about is what the man has done for this country.
But Georgia, am I not allowed to care who the president of my country is and the way that he upholds that office?
If you had proof and you knew exactly what you're saying was true, then hey, you have every right. But we don't have proof. We don't. All this is hearsay.
Certainly, it's hearsay until they have a grand jury.
Okay, so then until that time, why don't we just lay off and support our president?
I would support a president that I thought was honest and upstanding and upholding our office.
Well, this man has been that. This man has been that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
This man has been that. He's
Well,
he's done a lot for this country.
Because you're a fan of Clinton.
It's not just because of that.
What else would be your reason?
Kevin.
Yes.
I mean, look. Are you okay? Are you a Democrat or what?
I am an independent. I vote for who I think.
What's your opinion upon William Jefferson Clinton?
I voted for him. You want to know something? I'll tell you something about Clinton or about any person you vote for president. There's a chance. We knew about Clinton all from the beginning, from the get-go, when he was governor and there was state troopers and Jennifer Flowers and all that stuff. We elected him. 4 years later, we could have kicked him out. We didn't kick him out. So the public has to suffer their president. It's only 4 years. Hopefully, if you don't like Clinton or what he stands for, in 4 years, a new guy. That's why I always felt that Perot, if you didn't like Perot, and if Perot turned out to be a bad president, this is back in like 92.
But how can you say that Clinton's a good president when he
why don't you go upon the record what he's done, what he's done for this country, the crime bill, the Brady bill, the NAFTA agreement. Can I go on? Child care for helping out the mothers for child. I can go on. The economy being so much better than it ever has been in 25 years. Do I have to continue? I can continue.
The largest tax increase in history, and that's something you're proud of with Clinton?
Where do you get your information from?
From the news.
Well, you're obviously getting it from a wrong channel because the economy is the best it's ever been. Unemployment is at its lowest. Unemployment's at its lowest. This man has made this country a first country nation, and all we know how to do is attack the man because he's a Democrat and because he's not upon the conservative cloth. Oh my God.
No, it's not because he's a Democrat. It's because he is proven to lie. I watched him on the 60 Minutes interview say, I did not sleep with Jennifer Flowers.
Why don't we give him the benefit of the doubt? And it doesn't matter.
I did sleep with her. I lied.
Who gives a rat's? This man.
Do.
Well,
I do.
this man.
Why
don't you take it upon what this man has done for the country and lay off his personal bed? Do we have a camera in your bedroom?
But George,
do we have a camera in your bedroom and to know what you're doing? Do we have a camera in your bedroom?
I'm not in public office.
I don't care.
The president is allowed his...
Listen, it's called privacy. Do we have a camera in every person's bedroom? No, we don't. Why don't we lay off this trick?
No, we should have a camera in every public person's office who is having sex in his office. And
listen. All this is hearsay because you have a Republican view about this, and it's blinded. All right.
We have less than a minute.
Any more calls?
No, but I mean... it was a good show.
Is this it? Hey, I'll tell you what, it's Gorgeous George, baby. We talk to you, you talk to us. Do we have time for one more call?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Do we have time for one more call?
She actually was pretty smart. I like
one more call.
Thanks for calling. Man.
One more call.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Wrap it
All right,
up.
we're gone. We'll see you sometime back on this channel, and you'll see us in 3 weeks in the June show. Hey, baby, it's Gorgeous George, baby, popping through that proverbial underwear. Woo!
And thanks for all those political questions. We had a good time tonight.